yourself. Number one, what do you want to be doing in your business in 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years from now? Or when you're 70, 80, 90 years old, what do you want to be doing in your doTERRA business? Do you want to be doing the same activities that you are now, or would you like that to be different? Second question, how long do you want your income from doTERRA to be coming in? So do you want your income to be coming in just for a quick minute, a little while, 5 years, 10 years, or do you want some residual income and retirement? So those are the key questions to ask yourself, okay? And before we get further into what to do about this, I'm going to talk about what people traditionally do when they're building the power of three. So most people, because it's this picture right here that you see in the doTERRA compensation plan, it shows retirement right on. Exactly, that's what I want. So this person, it shows that they only need 3 people, right? So that's like, so this is you. In this illustration, this is you and your 3 leaders on top, okay? Now, most people in doTERRA begin building towards this bonus by enrolling or finding 3 people to start building under. And the only things that they consider highly is this person going to place a loyalty rewards order of at least 100 or more, because that's what's required in order to be able to be paid and to do the business according to the instructions through doTERRA, right? Okay, well, this is by only placing 3 people on your top level and building under those first people that start doing that LRP and maybe say, yeah, I want to do the business, but maybe they only enroll maybe, a couple of people. But ideally, what is the best thing? Ideally, we'd have this person enrolling their own 3 people, right? I mean, that's ideally the best thing, if they could enroll their own people. But oftentimes, I'm going to say that the caps are people that you have enrolled, okay? So the stickers are people you've enrolled, and the ones without stickers represent the people that this person has enrolled, okay? Does that work? Thanks for joining, by the way. Welcome, guys. And so, but maybe you start building under somebody, you place somebody down under. So this represents somebody that you personally enrolled under elevation, and you enrolled Whisper. But then, poor connection, okay, well, I'll catch you later then. Hopefully this is good for everybody else. And then, maybe they enrolled somebody, okay? So we do different things, trying to build down under these key 3 people, okay? Now I want to check in with everybody else who is on here. Yeah, it gets crumbly. Is the connection okay? Because I did a video on the other channel earlier, and the connection was not so good. Few hearts, yes, okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so here's some juicies I want to share with you that you wouldn't have known, okay? First of all, oh, good, thank you. Who am I? I'm Valerieann Giovanni, and I am the first person to earn the $1,500 bonus, this bonus right here. So I'm the first person to actually build this down in doTERRA and to earn that bonus. I am one of the first 100 people in doTERRA. And I am one of the original 25 U.S. Founders Club members. And because of my experience over the past 8 years, I'm here to share with you some things that you need to know that you probably don't unless you were in the business in the beginning. So Why did people focus in the beginning on 3 people so much? Why did they focus? I'm going to give you some critical reasons why people focused on enrolling 3 people. Number 1, in the beginning of doTERRA, they needed to get the company started, to kick it off and really get it going, right? So they needed to incentivize people to build, to really build. So you may not know this, but in the beginning, when, maybe I'll grab this other paper here and show you. In the beginning of doTERRA, there we are. Okay, in order to get that 250 bonus, I'll get that focus there. Okay. To incentivize you, I mean, doTERRA said during the first 6 months, anybody who earns this bonus, they were going to double it. So what does that mean? $500 every month. So do you think people were motivated to scramble towards this bonus? Absolutely. Would you scramble towards this if you knew that for the next 6 months that you could earn $500 if you filled this out? Right? You would totally scramble for that, right? Well, that's not the only reason people were motivated to go for this and to start building under 3 people. The second reason that they were motivated to build under 3 people only was the fact that in the beginning there was also a Founders Club membership available, okay? And what does it mean to be a Founders Club member in doTERRA? It meant that during the first year in doTERRA, the first 25 people to earn or to meet the requirements would earn a share in 2% of all of the revenue of doTERRA. Now that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And then 1% every year thereafter. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, if you got $500 that you're looking to make, okay, by upping that and making that 250 bonus that you're going to make $500 every month, and then if you build this down to that, make it solid, and you go to gold rank, that's the requirement they had, gold rank, which to make gold you only need 3 legs, qualifying legs, right? So since, you know, that's all that you needed to have happen was to have these 3 legs built, well then everything about it said, hey, got a call coming in. Hopefully that didn't break that up. Anyway, so, you know, people were motivated to really enroll down under other people and to build out that structure and to go for the $500 here and to keep going for the $1,500 to go for founders, because the Founders Club bonus is something that you could qualify for and make that bonus every year thereafter in doTERRA. And basically that set people up that if they did that, it's like, well, okay, you're a millionaire, you know, in your lifetime if you maintain that, because you think of 1% of all of the revenue of doTERRA being divided between 25 people. That's a lot of money. So do you think people were motivated to build under 3 people in the beginning? Absolutely. So can I tell you a story? And actually I'd flip it back here, but it won't work very good. I've got this set up so that I can show you this. Anyway, I'm going to show you, here's a story about some newlyweds. Okay, now these newlyweds, you know, they've been married, and the wife is all excited to cook her new husband a roast because he loved roasts, and, you know, had this dinner all planned. So she gets the roast all ready, and she's, you know, getting it ready to put it in the pan. and she cuts the end off and puts it in and gets it all situated, and he's watching her, and he's like, well, why did you cut the end off of the roast? And her answer was, well, that's what my mom always did. And she's like, I wonder why my mom cut the end off the roast. So she asked her mom, it's like, why did you cut the end off the roast, when you cooked it? And she said, well, I don't know, actually. That's what my mom did. So she goes to Grandma and asks Grandma why she cut the end of the roast off before she baked it, put it in the oven. And guess what Grandma said? Because my pan was too short. So, it's interesting how traditions or things can be passed down, and everybody thinks, well, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And nobody rethinks it. It's like, oh, in the beginning, it's like everybody was focusing on 3. Okay? That was what they were doing for a reason. They were motivated, but that's still happening. And it creates a lot of issues down the road. And guess what? Even doTERRA, after, I think it was like 4 years, they realized that only having 4 people on the top level and having people go for gold for that bonus was not going to work. It wasn't enough. So they upped the ante and they said, nope, we're going to change that. We're going to make you, in order to qualify, you need to add another person out here. And the next year you have to qualify for platinum, and then the next year diamond. So they changed it because financially and in every other way, they needed to change the focus to be on at least 4 people. But how many people are still focusing on 3? Most people. And what's some of the issues with that? Well, originally I asked you, a couple of questions. Number 1, what do you want to be doing in your business in 10 years, 20, 30 years from now? Or number 2, how long do you want your income from doTERRA to be coming in? Well, if you build it this way, then down the road, and you're building it for people, and you're just like stacking people down under, it's like that's what you're doing. If you're, you come down here and you're enrolling people down under, like you're stacking them to get volume here, because you need this person to be at a certain volume, and maybe they enrolled one person, maybe they enrolled 2 of those people on the top, right? But you're the person that's just, doing the enrolling and placing people under them. What's going to happen down the road? Well, there's several scenarios that you need to look at. But here's number 1 that you need to consider. Whenever you start enrolling under somebody, think about this. This is a question. Is this person committed to doing an LRP of over 100 for the rest of their life? Are they in it to do it the rest of your life? Because how long do you want this income to come in? Do you realize that, right? Do you realize that, exactly, too many qualifiers in one leg, that is a big issue. If this person did not enroll their own people, like this one here. So this person enrolled their own people, and they're in the game and they're motivated. If you are teaching them how to build it for themselves, then they are going to be knowing how to maintain that $50 power of 3 team bonus. They'll know how to keep getting their $50, right? And they'll be in the game because they're getting paid. And as they build it down to that $250, they are going to, and when they get down here, they will be motivated to maintain it because they're making their own income. If, on the other hand, you have been enrolling people for people, This person doesn't even know how they got here. They can't teach it, and they're not going to be building it or in the game for the long haul. Are they going to be in the game clear down the road? Do you know that? Do you want them to build, or do you want to be the person that is doing the work underneath there? Okay? It's important that you rethink things that maybe people have been doing for a long time, and be willing to rethink and change things. Another thing that I want to mention here is that here a powerful way to build this. Thank you. So it makes sense to you, eh? And so here's what I suggest. Instead of enrolling people for other people, I suggest in the beginning that you start enrolling your own people on the top level. Place people on your top level and keep placing them on your top level. Because guess what? If you build your $50 bonus, and right, you've done it the other way and you're doing the work now. I think I just saw that. So if you make your top level super, super solid, you keep going until you get everybody, you just keep going, then guess what? You will have a solid $50 Power of 3 team bonus. Solid, solid, solid. And how are you going to know who's? They will start enrolling their own people. They will start doing it. You want to teach duplication. Imagine how many people would be on your second, third, fourth level if you taught this, to just place people on your first level. Add all that volume together. Down the road, when you're 60, 70, 80 years old, then you're not going to be doing what most people are doing. In fact, I know what's happening with the upper level rank people in doTERRA. I guarantee you, everybody is propping it up. They are plugging holes, and they keep taking their people and plugging it down under, or plugging in volume to make rank. They have to. They have to keep enrolling because the focus was only on 3, and then they started adding more to go to rank, but they've had many legs fall out from under them. How do I know? I've been there, done it. I'm doing it different now. I want solid income, right? So I think they're right now, because I built down under for so long. I have so many people down under. I think there's well over 20 on my first level right now. And so, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on the top level with people that I care about. And it puts it back into what's really important. Do you know what's really important? What makes doTERRA work? What really makes it work? It's the oils. It's the products. They are effective. They work. It's the people that use them. Why do you think 75% of the people in doTERRA are ordering every month? All of the time. Because the product is so good. If you build this way and you're putting everybody on the first level, it puts the focus back to what doTERRA is all about, to be able to benefit by the oils, to teaching about the oils and the products and the things that really matter, back to the ground roots of what matters. And that way you will build a solid, solid, solid income. Thank you. You've been building on your first level and people have told you that I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I know. You're going to hear that. You are totally going to hear that. And why do people above you, okay, let me just give you a little insight. If people above you are saying, hey, But you don't place, you've got 3 here that are doing LRP. You place people down under them. Start going towards rank and start adding volume. Why do you think they're telling you that? Because they need you to do that for them to build their rank. Okay? It's benefiting them. Well, that's good, but what about you? Do you want to be plugging holes, and do you want to be focusing on that? It's like at the end of the month when you're focusing on rank and it's, you need a certain volume, and you're like putting out an incentive of like, hey, if you'll do this or you enroll, I'll give you this, and you hustle somebody into doTERRA and you haven't taken the time to really meet their needs or listen to them. It's like, ooh, ouch. How is that down the road? I've experienced that that's not so good down the road. So if you're really going to care about the people on your first level or in your team, care about yourself and really care about them, then wear, care, and share the oils from this perspective and place people on your top level. Teach people to do the same, and you will build a powerful team.